What's up? Welcome back to Nowstalgia. Dave here with a review of KATSEYE's debut EP, SIS, Soft is Strong. KATSEYE is an interesting new girl group. I'm almost less interested in KATSEYE's music and more interested in what KATSEYE represents in terms of perhaps the future of K-pop and Western pop music continuing to blend and mix. KATSEYE is the product of both HYBE, the megalith massive K-pop label that we talk about all the time, and also Geffen Records, of course, a Western music label. And KATSEYE's concept is being promoted as a global girl group, and of course they're targeting the West, making English music. And despite HYBE's involvement, it's not really a K-pop group. Now, KATSEYE, kind of came to be like many girl groups do, many K-pop groups do, which is kind of an open casting. 100,000 plus women attempting to join the Geffen Records HYBE group. It was at one point called the Dream Academy. There was this YouTube reality series. Now we have the Pop Star Academy Netflix docu-series coming out soon. All in all, 6-member group, 3 Americans, 1 Swiss, 1 Filipino, 1 Korean. It's diverse, it's multicultural. I think it represents perhaps more the future of Western pop music and less so like the future of K-pop. I have a hard time seeing like KATSEYE being accepted by like the traditional K-pop fan because they're not really making K-pop music at all. They're just kind of operating in and around the K-pop industry, but really operating in America. So it's interesting primarily just because it's different. It hasn't really been done in this way anyway. I guess I'd be curious of, any HYBE fans, so to speak. Obviously, HYBE has many groups under them, New Jeans, BTS, we know the names at this point. I'd be curious if any of their fans latch on to KATSEYE, but I'm not sure. And I think the issue with that is that KATSEYE really is more interesting for what they represent as the future of like Western pop, significantly more so than the music itself. They've only given us 5 songs thus far, so it's quite brief, but ultimately it's more like demo quality, or at least conceptually thin. The lead single in the first track, Debut, has a catchy-ish chorus and like fine verses, but the song is just so simple. There's just not a lot under the hood there. And the second single, Touch, again, it's like pretty undefined and is, I think, brought down by this really repetitive hook. The song My Way, I think, is pretty overproduced, kind of another bad chorus, has some repetitive moments. The last song, though, Tonight I Might, think clearly is the best song of the 5 thus far, just because it's, I think, more fully formed structure-wise and is pretty down the middle, but thankfully doesn't have any like grating, like repetitive moments. So yeah, KATSEYE like still a completely open puddle of clay here to be molded, and I know Geffen and HYBE have grand plans for this. Obviously, they've invested so much into creating this group and promoting this group, and they're going to continue to do that. But they don't have like a sticky hit single by any stretch right now. If I think about other groups that like kind of debuted to like so-so status, like at least a group like Bad Villain recently on the K-pop side, you can point to like really great rap talent. Like you can see like a path forward for a group like that. With KATSEYE, I don't even think it has much to do with the talent of the members. It's just they're not being given good songs right now. They're not really being asked to do and create all that much right now. So I guess in the quality sense, if you're still interested, it's wait and see. But I think I'll be curious to follow the group, but again, primarily for like the popularity sake, I'm just curious to see like how this group is received and continues to perform, in the months and years to come. And also if HYBE and Geffen have more thoughts like this under their hood, I'd be curious. Because again, I think this, in a sense, is what big labels want to try and do, is make these diverse, like multicultural groups that they think, at least in theory, they can promote in various audiences. So we'll see if that actually works in practice. But let me know, what did you think of KATSEYE's debut? Not just the song debut, but the whole debut, all 5 songs. What did you think? Are you intrigued thus far? Are you more looking at it from industry angle like me? Let me know. And for more music reviews, more K-pop reviews, more pop reviews, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.